The idea of a plaza is basically a much larger space where children will want to be and where teachers will want to be as well. It does change the learning dynamic because you are working in a much larger space, and obviously in this particular space there will be 90 children with 3 or 4 teachers.
They're much better than normal classrooms, because normal classrooms have got a table and chairs, and like these have got big tellies, they've got computers, they've got big chairs to like sit on.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
And I like the lights.
Back in 2006 we discovered something called architects, and we discovered that architects can do far better than school teachers can in terms of designing spaces. So we had a project to design the first plaza, and we employed a team of architects plus an acoustician, ICT designer, furniture designer, a whole range of people basically to look at how we create a modern environment in which learning could take place.
The Learning Plaza is a place that's completely different than a classroom, a place where the children can find their own space. It's got nice comfy chairs as well as computers and tables and chairs if they want to work there. So it kind of gives them the independence to choose where they would like to work.
I think it puts children into more, like children our age, into more work, and instead of just sitting in a classroom.
The wider ethos behind the development of these spaces relates to, I suppose, life in the 21st century. We're trying to provide an environment which does not look like a school, feel like a school, or have all the baggage of schools, and actually replicates the world outside.
We've tried to move away from the traditional classrooms and create much larger spaces where the children are able to access a completely different style of learning. We've recognised that we need to start tailoring their needs towards the working world, helping them to become better citizens and really develop a different skill set than the ones that traditional curriculum sort of covers. And the plaza environment that we've created is an ideal sort of environment for that, really.
It gives them independent learning skills where they have to kind of organise themselves. They're given just tasks and they have to figure out, right, what's the best way of going around this task and how we're going to organise ourselves to actually finish this task off, and what equipment would be the best thing to use. So it is good for their skills, their independent inquiry skills. The teachers are there as facilitators rather than actually leading the class in a very static environment.
The children are able to get up and move around the room. They're able to choose whether they want to work independently or whether they need to gather together as a team. And really they're just very, very flexible, versatile spaces that can be adapted to lots of different situations.
The critical thing is, I think their engagement levels go up because it's a different kind of space. They have got to decide how they're going to use it, and they have got choices which they don't have in conventional classrooms.
It's like in the plaza, the teachers make it more fun.
I think what's happened is we've created a culture of the students being spoon-fed and really losing the ability to think for themselves and work out how to solve problems. Whereas the plaza environment really instantly inspires children to take more responsibility for their own learning, get them to think about things in a completely different way.
There's like different schools who don't have this, and we're just lucky to have it.
It's just better.
A lot of people have come and visited us or wanted information about our approach to space, basically, because there are very few scaled examples around the world of schools trying to redesign the learning space. They may build new buildings, but they typically don't build new spaces for children to learn, which is what we're trying to do.